It was 5:30 in the morning and my alarm went off. I jumped out of bed, took a shower, brushed my teeth, and put a couple things in a small bag and headed downstairs to await my ride. About 5 minutes later, I hear the unwelcoming sound of a loud bass and a car stereo driving down my neighborhood. I look out and it's a silver truck that one of my friends owned, and he probably ticked off a lot of neighbors, but it was a Saturday, so they could probably go back to bed. So I hope it wasn't a big deal. But if I would have known what our journey would entail, I probably would have went back to bed too. So I hopped in his car and we drove on the road, and our journey was taking us not near but not far. We were going to Carowinds for a certain friend's birthday. And we were about 20 minutes down the road. Our spirits were high, emotions ecstatic, and we hit our first obstacle. It started pouring rain. And right then and there, we had to pull over to the side of the road because we couldn't see the path in front of us. It was pouring down so hard. And we decided to head back, go home, and go a different time, just like any normal person would, but we're not any normal people. We decided to keep going in the pouring rain to go to Carowinds, which is an outdoor amusement park, if you guys didn't know. And we kept going. It didn't stop raining the whole time, the whole hour and a half. We got there, and we were about 10 cars back, and when we got up to the front, we had our goofy eyes, we had our tickets ready. We handed the guy the ticket, and he looked at us as if like we've known him forever. I think his name was like Pablo or something. It was Pablo, and the friend I just met, he said that they're closing in 14 minutes. And that was the final dagger in our hopeless hearts, and we had to admit defeat in front of my newfound friend Pablo. And we regathered in the parking lot across the street, swiped away a couple of tears, and came up with a new plan because we knew we couldn't face the shame at our homes if we went back, and we didn't know if we had a home back to go to. So we decided that right then and there that we needed to make this trip a success. So after a couple of embarrassing failures, we got rejected many times at Great Wolf Lodge. We were suspiciously followed by a group of suspicious men in downtown Charlotte. But our journey led us to a mall, and we were just gonna shop away our fears of going home without having any fun. And we were on our way out, and a certain person caught our eye, or a certain thing caught our eye, and it had a lot of buttons, flashing lights, and a weird noise that would attract any kind of male. It was a Keymaster arcade machine, and we couldn't refuse not to play it, so we put a couple dollars in and we played the game, and we didn't win. And then one person in our group, an unlikely person to win the game as we thought, pushed his way through the crowd and wanted to play the game, so I reluctantly gave him $2, and he put it in the machine, and he put the little key right in the socket, and the prize dropped down. We didn't know what it was at the time, but we went crazy anyway, and we almost got mall security called on us because we were goofing around. But we found out we won a $800 PS5 out of a $12 game at the mall. So we went home as winners. And if there's a moral to the story, the moral would be when one door closes, just jump out the window and you might land on a flower bed. Thank you.